one of the things about short stories is that they move fast. I know you guys don't like to believe this, but a 30-page story is still considered a short story. The rules aren't exactly written down anywhere, but I think it's somewhere between 20 and 30 pages is still a short story. Something like 50 pages to 100 is called a novella, and then after that, it's called a novel. Um, you're writing very short stories. Most of you guys are going to write a story that at most will be 5 pages. Um, so things have to move fast. The exposition, is the place where you do establish a lot of important stuff, but then you got to build up that conflict quickly. Um, and that's what we call the rising action of a story. And that's what you're going to look at here. You're going to look at some of the ways that are typically done to rise the action. Now, keep in mind, it's called rising action. So, rising action invariably is done with action. It's done with describing things that happen, what people do, or if it's not people doing it, it's what the Earth is doing. Maybe it's weather or something like that. That's the rising action. But again, the rising action happens when you add action to your story. What is happening? Um, and that can be challenging. A lot of young writers struggle with describing events, how they happen, and that's done. You will improve in that in two major ways. One is practicing it, but the other one is reading how other people do it. Um, so you're going to read a couple of excerpts that follow and kind of compare, which one does a better job at rising the action. And it's going to point out something that you looked at your pre-writing, how important dialogue is. A number of readers shy away from it because the grammar around it can be challenging. But I don't want you to worry about that part right now. I will help you with that part. Dialogue is one of the best ways to move a story forward because it's literally action. It's people talking. The paragraphs are kind of short, so they keep the reader moving. Um, and to top it off, not only are they talking, but in what they say, you get a lot of hints as to what they're going to do, what they're feeling, and all that kind of stuff. Um, we do that. We interpret a lot while we read. And so when you add that dialogue, we're interpreting the characters. So you give us a lot of opportunities to really engage. So take a look at these excerpts, paying attention to what works to really rise the action, make the conflict more interesting.